welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree Buonomo and we're gonna do another vlog today. So if you watched my last vlog, I was having a rough week mentally. Like, it was a really strange time because normally there's something going on that causes me to have a rough week. Like, oh, someone's in the hospital, something bad's happening. And last time it was just like the heat in my body hated me and it was struggle. But I'm feeling better and I'm feeling ready to get back into a good flow in some sort. Yeah, anywho, how are you guys? I wanted to say, because I don't think I mentioned this at all in my last vlog, but I got published again. So that's really cool. This is my story. And this is the Stygian zine. So like it literally like looks more like a magazine feel, which is awesome. I have the ebook because we get a complimentary copy when we get published. But I mean, hey, I want my work in like actual writing, you know? So, and honestly, I love this. Like, this is so cool. And especially like if I get any more like magazine publications like this, like I can have a little stack of them. Anyway, yeah. So if you want to go order this, the link is in my description below. I have my one story, Better Left Dead, and it is a witchy necromancy story. But that happened last week, actually. It happened on the 8th that this came out, and I just was in a mental funk and I just didn't promote it at all. So yeah, that's really cool. I haven't actually read this this issue yet, mostly because I've been really trying to focus enough on my own work, and we know how that went in the last couple weeks. So we're struggling. Well, we were struggling. So I do want to get to this month, and I may just read a story because there's not too many in here. And some of them are poetry and some of them are longer and shorter, so we have a good variety. But it is a promising collection. And honestly too, when I submitted my original piece, I submitted it back in November. And it got passed for the first zine. But Holly, the curator, was saying that the next theme it probably would be more on par with, and my story was a little witchy. Witching Hour is the zine, so they did reach out to me and said if you still want to publish it, like, we would like to accept it officially now. I actually have not read this story since I submitted it back in November. I can't even tell you, it's obviously good enough to get published, which is nice, but I can't tell you anything else. Like, maybe it sucks, you know? But yeah, okay, that's my little ramble. So today is the 17th. It is a Tuesday. Nope. Today is the 17th and it's actually Wednesday. I wasn't sure when I wanted to start this vlog, but I really didn't do too much the last 2 days because I ended my last vlog on Monday. So yesterday was just kind of a wash. I had a really busy work day, and since I worked till 6, I just was a little bit dead at the end of the day. But I have a few little goals on this night. It's raining right now, so my husband's about to get home and we'll probably have dinner. But I decided that I am gonna submit a couple more things again. I'm addicted. It's like adrenaline rush when I have all these pieces together and I could just pop them out into the universe and, you know, see where they go. So the one thing that I mentioned in my short story publication is to follow the magazines and contributors that you want to participate in. And because of that, you know, the company that I got my first poetry published through, Beyond the Veil Press, a lot of, especially with the poetry market, like, they do tend to follow each other and promote all of their like openings and submission calls. So that's a really good reason to follow people. So if you're interested in submitting to the New Yorker, you should probably follow the New Yorker on social media, you know? And anyway, long story short, Beyond the Veil Press had posted a call for this magazine called Anti-Heroin Chic. And based on what I read on the website, a lot of my poetry would probably fit very well with this company because of the vibe it's going for and like the healing through the darkness and stuff like that. And that tends to be what I write. So you can submit 3 to 6 poems in a 6-month period. So their submission call ends on the 25th. I already have lots of poetry written, so I am going to take some time tonight to find up to 6 poems that I would like to submit to them. And I'm really excited about it. I think it would be a really good home for some of them. And one of my favorite poems that so far, every time I have submitted this poem, everybody has commented that they've loved it, but it didn't fit the like vibe or anything of their like whatever they were publishing in that moment, like the theme. So I know it is a good poem, and I think finally I could have a shot at this finding a home. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do that. I didn't film anything, but I did submit a short story to an anthology through Flame Tree Press yesterday. It's a story that I submitted in the past to other places and it didn't get published, but it fits the theme really well. So this anthology is called This Way Lies Madness, and it's in the vein of like Edgar Allan Poe, The Yellow Wallpaper, and it's taking like a metaphorical spin on mental health, which is literally the reason I wrote that story. It's the sole purpose of dissecting anxiety through a horror lens, and I was like, if it's gonna find a home, it's gonna be here. I just feel like there's a lot of kismet moments happening. Not that I will get accepted, but like, again, just the fact that these are happening and they're catching my attention, I felt like I needed to go submit. So I'm gonna go do that. And then there was one other submission that I wanted to keep track of to see when they were opening again for. And I wanna make sure I don't miss it, so I wanna do that. Outside of that lens, I was in the middle of doing my Critique Partners chapter, and I didn't get to finish it at work because I had to work. I had, sessions today, so I had one cancellation and I didn't quite finish it. So I only had, I think, 2 pages left of that chapter, and I want to finish that before I move on to vampire. And I do plan on doing some vampire work today. But I am going to do all of that probably after dinner. So yeah, that's where we're at, and I am feeling better, obviously. I knew it waxes and wanes, and I know that things come and go, and it probably has helped that it's rained a few times, so it feels a little bit better heat-wise. So on that note, go buy the Stygian Zine if you want to support me in my writing, or you want to see what I've been up to in the last couple months with writing. And welcome to the vlog, guys. Alright guys, here's my cover letter and my poems. I'm gonna submit 6, and this is it, so wish me well. Also, can we just appreciate like this list? Like 2 in 2021, 1 in 2022, and then we got a good pop in 2023, and now we're just going hard. Hello friends, it is the 20th of July, and I'm going to start on at least trying to do 2 chapters of my Critique Partner, because I am getting together with my friends later online to do some more vampire, and I think I can bang out a few chapters during that. I made a homemade iced coffee. This is actually my 2nd coffee of the day, so pray for me. Not sure how that's going to go, but yeah, it's time to get editing. Hi friends, just a quick update. It's about 4 o'clock right now. I just got home. Me and Greg decided to go to lunch, and then we stopped at Rita's for some gelatis, and now we are home. I am about to set up and get ready for a little get together with my AuthorTube friends. We are just gonna hang out and write and do a little afternoon get together, I guess. We were going to do it later. It ended up working out better for me. I have to pick my mom up from the airport tonight, so a couple other people said they could do earlier, so we're going to do it at 4:30. But yeah, I did not end up doing as much editing in my Critique Partners work as I expected. The chapters that I was going to try to get through, I was going to try to get through 3, and they weren't like a ton of work, but I was getting so distracted. I kept like watching YouTube videos. I am not going to jump into work right now. I am going to actually go start a load of laundry and then come up and get ready for the little write-in we're doing. So that's my update. We are going to work on some vampire tonight. That is going to happen, and we'll check in later. Hello friends, very quick brief update. I have a Red Bull. It's Sunday the 21st and I'm hanging out at the pool today for a little bit. It's like 82 degrees today and even though I think my mom is coming up so I won't have a lot of alone time, I did bring 3 chapters of Vampire with me to edit, as well as a Stygian zine. If you missed my announcement last time, or I think I actually announced it really in this vlog, I was published again in the Stygian zine and I brought that for some reading. And I started reading it last night, didn't get very far because I had to pick my mom up at the airport. But I brought that for some light reading, and if I could at least edit like 1 chapter of Vampire while I'm up here, like I think that'll be a win. But overall, I am excited to just sit in the sun, swim a little bit, and have a good time. But I will update you guys later tonight to see kind of where I'm at with my weekend. But last night was super successful. I edited 4 chapters. I'm on chapter 15 now as of today, and I have a lot of work ahead of me. I realized that as I was reading through and all this stuff I have to like change and put in later parts. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm excited for where we're at and see where we're gonna go from here. So this is the outfit. I can never figure out how to do this. Hi, there's my face. This is the outfit. These are the shoes. And we're going to dinner actually, just cause. So I'm extra excited for food. I edited 1 chapter at the pool, so we kind of completed our goal. This book is really getting messy now, so wish me well. Hello friends, it's Monday the 22nd and I am jumping on because I have a very small window of time to do some editing, and that window keeps getting smaller because I let myself brain rot and disassociate a little bit when I got home because it was a very, very busy work day. But unfortunately that meant like while I took a little bit of time to recharge and I cut myself off, I had less time to actually function as an adult and get to writing. And I also need to take my dog for a walk. I'm trying to get her used to a vest because she pulls so much and I don't want her to hurt herself. But the vest was a complete failure, which took up 15-20 minutes of my time for me to just come back in, take the vest off, and take her back out so she would pee immediately. Yeah, she wouldn't walk on the vest and she would not go to the bathroom. She would not do anything. And I was trying to like not just like pick her up and like force her to walk. But yeah, we're gonna have to try that when I have a little bit more time. But I am going to do a little bit of vampire work today. My goal is just to finish 1 chapter of edits between now and 5:30. It's about 5 o'clock now and I need to start dinner at 5:30. So I am hopefully going to have that done, and then I could do some of my critique partner work later. So that's my Monday, a big wild fun Monday. I'm exhausted. I don't know how much work I'll actually get done tonight, to be honest, because I stayed up watching House of the Dragon, and as much as I love the show, I am so tired because I go to bed at 9, and when I watch House of the Dragon I don't go to bed till like 11. And it wrecks my entire day. So we will hopefully get to bed early tonight and recover. But yeah, for now, it's just 1 chapter and I will let you know how we do. Okay, hi guys. So it's only about like 20-25 minutes later. But I didn't get very far. I read 1 page and then I decided that I might be changing things a little bit more. So when I was doing the story originally, I had this whole thing where my vampire takes my main character to like the place where he grew up, but it's like basically bare minimum foundations. Like he is old, so this town is pretty much non-existent except for like crumbling areas of rock. And this was inspired based on a ghost town that actually is in Pennsylvania and that's kind of local to me. And initially I was thinking of like this as the inspiration, but the more I'm reading this part through and thinking about like what goes on, initially wanted him to maybe be like he came over in an early like British colony, so he's a couple 100 years old, but I don't know if his age actually matters. It's more about like him wanting to do good and like overdoing that. So like he's not really good anymore because he's doing so much to control the main character, which we're getting to, but he's not there yet. So I'm giving him his backstory where he's sharing this with the main character to like soften her up and really have her trust him. And I think I'm going to use the ghost town. it makes sense historically. This ghost town was a patch town. Basically, like a coal mining company would come make this town, and once the mine was not used anymore and it was closed, they would just abandon it. And that is what happened with this one. And I think that would make sense. And I think I could use that very well to my advantage to have the timeline of this character when he is about like maybe 35. I was going to initially have like this whole thing where like he didn't marry, and I was like, okay, in that time, if he was like pre-colony times, like I feel like that would be very, very weird. But if you're 35 in like the early 1900s, might be a little strange, but I think you can get away with it more. And it could also lead to when he's turned by a vampire, like after the town closed up and people started moving, like his killing spree wouldn't have been noticed because the town was already abandoned. So it really, I think, fits the story a lot better. It also brings in more of like the Pennsylvania atmosphere. So I think I'm changing his whole backstory now. Well, almost the whole backstory. I think I'm still going to have him being turned by this vampire who is a little bit younger, but like I think I have a really good idea of how to spin it where it would be a little bit more acceptable, because I was really having a hard time thinking of like if he was like 35-ish when he got turned into a vampire, why was he not married? Like that was a big issue and I was having, and I was like, I can maybe like things kept happening, and I did say that he was like trying to be married, but his like 2 wives like died before they actually got to have him. But I think this would clear it up, and I can still have him have a dead wife. Like he could still have been married and then widowed, and then he was like maybe thinking like, well, this town is like ending, so I'll just start somewhere new when the vampire attack happened. But yeah, I'm really happy that I brainstormed this. I don't feel like I got far in like the edits themselves, but I think this is gonna help. And I'm just having I got onto a hole on this ghost town. I've always been fascinated with it, but I never really looked into it much other than like conceptualizing like just leaving your house for, you know, only living there for like 25 years and then being like, okay, we're done. Like that's just such a weird concept to me. But I'm finding like there's just so many interesting little articles that they had from like back in the day. Like this one article I'm reading about, also, I don't know how much you guys know, but Northeast Pennsylvania has like a very big like ethnic like history where like the Italians and the Irish absolutely hated each other, and you had like your side of the tracks, like literally. So there's like a lot of that, and this news article that I'm reading just to get some more ideas of the town literally says the refusal of a loan to an Italian resident. Like they specifically have to say that it's Italian, and it's just sometimes I think I even forget like how bad the like culture wars were in like my area. So yeah, all right, that's my brain dump. I'm gonna go make dinner now, but I am kind of excited to take this in this direction. I don't think I need my vampire to be ancient in order for him to be a manipulative asshole. That is the conclusion I made. Hello friends, just me, quick check-in. It's still Thursday, and I completed 1 chapter of Vampire. I completed 1 chapter of my critique partner exchange, and then I got back already one of the decisions of my many submissions I made, and it was one of the poetry submissions, and god damn it, it was rejected. I'm much better at handling rejection, I think, anymore, but I really was like, oh, Edgerton is finally gonna find its home. Nope, it did not find its home. What baffles me every single time, anytime I've ever submitted poetry, and this is not trying to be a brag or a flex or anything, but like every single time they respond that they love one of my poems. And especially in this case in particular, this time, they were like, oh, I really felt the 1 poem you had sent and named it.
But then it was like, but we're unfortunately going to pass today. So every other time, like usually it's like, oh, we don't, it doesn't fit the vibe we're going for this issue, or like, you know, just it's not quite a fit, but I really appreciated this. This one just didn't even say why they rejected me. It was just like, I really liked this poem, but we're not going to do it. Which like is such a slap in the face, because like literally on their website, it's like, if we feel like this is from the heart and true, we'll probably publish it. So my bad. I'm the rejection. But anyway, I just wanted to update you guys since you've been around for this journey lately. And on that note, I'm probably going to go play some games and then go to bed because I've been up since 5 and I'm tired. Hello, friends. It is Saturday, I think the 27th? I don't know. I don't know what day it is anymore. It's Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, and I've been on and off of sleep pretty much all night, but particularly since like 6 a.m., which is normally when I get up if I'm like not going to work. So I just kind of took a little easy morning. I got up, I started putting some things away, I drank my coffee, did all my puzzles. I'm really into like all of these like old games, like the Ellie games, and it's like Wordle, Quirtle, Octwordle, Costal, Betweenal. I just Spottle. I have so many of them. I think I have 14, but I play them every single morning. I just feel like my brain is smart then if I do that, and I have so much fun with them. So that's pretty much my morning ritual. And last night we went to trivia and we won. Every time we play trivia, we pretty much win. But the last time, I can't remember if it was in a vlog, we pretty much let the other team win. I didn't do it on purpose, but I vetoed the answer because we were playing like children's cartoon games, and then the final answer was an adult cartoon, the only adult cartoon at all. So I vetoed it because I thought we were going with the theme of the whole game, and that was not what the case was. So we technically lost, which was fine because we literally get people mad at us every single week we play. But it was just me and my husband on our team, and we dominated. But it was a really fun time. So I just put you guys up there because I'm tired of holding it. But yeah, so we had a really fun time at trivia last night. But that meant I literally like didn't do anything. Work was a relatively busy day because even though I had like less clients, I had like a meeting and I had a prep period, and I gave blood for a doe. Like they had a blood drive at work, so I gave blood for the 30-minute period. And I only got through like half a chapter of my Critique Partners book. And then I realized, and I think that's kind of why I stopped, because I was like, oh my God, I only have like 6 days left to do my work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift gears and I'm going to try to bang out the rest of my novel by Monday. It's a stretch for sure, especially because I think on Monday I'm going to go meet my friend Caitlin and we're going to go try to find the ghost town after work on Monday so that I can get a better visual for when I'm actually drafting draft 2, which is why I'm saying like I'd love to finish the read through by Monday. I do have plans this weekend. It's not a lot, and my husband loves to put spontaneous plans, which is not me. I'm a planner through and through. I get very agitated and worked up when my plans are rearranged. I just can't, like my brain can't function, which is why I need to have everything not too rigid, but a little bit more structured. So I'm not going to say that something's not going to come up and wreck these plans, but I probably am going to end my vlog here for this vlog, because it's already getting a little bit long. But I didn't do anything yesterday because I went from work to like literally I got home, I changed, we left. We visited my in-laws and then we went right to trivia to eat dinner and play trivia. And we didn't get home till like 9-ish, 9:30. So yeah, I didn't really do any writing yesterday, which sucked. But I am making my way through. So I'm going to end this vlog here and I'm going to spend my morning doing some cleaning, and I'll probably start the next vlog when I am in sit down, like let's get some shit done mode, because I'm leaving probably around 1:30 to go to a local orchard and spend a little bit of time with my friends. So that's where we're going to end. Thanks for sticking around. I'm feeling hopeful and I definitely think we got this. So the next vlog is going to be, we're finishing the read through. And we'll see where I get with the critique partner things because I wanted all of them done by the 31st, but I don't think that's going to happen, but we will see. Okay, so thanks for sticking around. I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Bye.